Welcome to the Postmodern Art Podcast, the podcast dedicated to giving artists who are wowing the world over the platform they deserve. I'm your host, Nathan Ragland, and I'm sorry to say this, but this week we have to take a break from all the spooky, scary stuff. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are at episode 100! Woo! That's right, baby. We have made it to 100 episodes of the Postmodern Art Podcast, and I cannot think of a better way to celebrate than by bringing out a bunch of former guests into a draw pile. I'm sorry, audio listeners. This is going to be one where you want to go to the YouTube channel to really watch this one. And who exactly did I bring along for this wonderful 100th episode celebration? How about Cosmo Perry, Tay Draws, Roya Shahidi, Draggz, Kiba Dog Lover 45, Oh the Sunnyside, Gabe V, George Edwards, Wiley Coyote, Ash's Art, and of course, the wonderful tipsyjhearts. Most of these people will be sure to introduce themselves. Some of the people got in late in the call, but I wanted to make this as much as a celebration of the guests that appeared on this podcast as much as it is a celebration of the podcast itself. Because, you know, without these guys, there wouldn't be much of a podcast. This was honestly just a fun time with everyone involved. And I was grateful that everyone was able to take the time out of their day to be able to do this. A lot of fun was had. A lot of emotional stuff was said. So I sincerely hope that you enjoy and take all this stuff to heart. I will definitely have a lot more to say at the end of the podcast as well. So stick around for that. But yeah, this is 100, baby. I want to say thank each and every single one of you right off the bat that is listening to this episode and that has listened to at least one episode along the way. This crazy little idea that I came up with 2 years ago, I cannot believe how far it has come along, and it would not be possible without you guys. Again, I'll definitely go a lot more in detail throughout the episode and at the end of the episode as well, so stick around for that. However, if you want to show support for any of the people that are in this call, make sure you check the links in the description below, because I'll be sure to link the episodes that they appeared in. You can listen to their episode and show your love support for them there. If you want to go a little bit further with that support, just with at least the podcast itself, make sure you like, share, subscribe, or follow whatever audio streaming platform you prefer. Leave 5 stars wherever you can. I see that stuff, and I absolutely love it. Plus, I think it'd probably be the best way to celebrate 100 episodes. Just saying, no pressure. If you want to go a little bit further with that support, maybe you should consider repping some of the merch that you will find at pmap.creator-brain.com. We have some outstanding designs, and if I do say so myself, another wonderful way to celebrate 100. Just saying, no pressure. And of course, if you just want a cool place where you can talk to some of the people that are even in this call, or just be part of a community that absolutely loves the art that is being presented, maybe you should consider joining the Discord server, the Artist Sanctuary. Like I said, we've already developed a good group there, people that absolutely love art, and we would love it if you joined us today. But now, without further ado, please enjoy the 100th episode of the Postmodern Art Podcast. All right, everyone, we've made it. It is episode 100. Fuck yeah.
Congratulations. Wait, you have to say something?
The what?
Everyone was like delayed cheering.
Who was responsible?
I got nervous.
I know, trust me, I got a little nervous as well. I was like, did my mic cut out or something like that? Did Discord crash on me right as I was about to record? But
Everyone was really confused.
But as you can tell, we're going to have a little bit of a chaotic episode today. But nevertheless, I want to start off by saying thank each and every one of you guys in the call today. If you guys would like, going down the list on, I guess, Discord or whatnot, would you guys please introduce yourselves and also include pronouns? So I think Sunny would be first.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh. Hello, everyone. I am Sunny. Damn, why my voice so deep? Let me fix that. Hello, everyone. My name is Sunny. I go by she, they pronouns. And my Twitter is ohthesunnyside. I am a character designer and illustrator, and my tag is I just said it. It's Oh the Sunnyside. Hi.
All right then, Kiba, would you like to go next?
I keep a dog lover. I'm an animator, a cleanup animator, comic artist, and I guess character designer. And I am a little brain dead right now because I'm still waking up.
Okay, Val.
And it's like 4 p.m. here. I haven't had my morning pumpkin coffee. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Cosmo.
But
Oh, sorry. You.
Me.
So,
oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say I'm the artist of Circus of Freaks and okay.
There you go.
Hey.
Excellent intro 2020. We are nailing it today.
Yeah, I know, right? 100 episodes, and definitely not any less scuffed.
Absolutely.
It happens.
Add fun to the podcast.
It happens.
All right, now Cosmo, go.
Oh. Okay. Hello, I'm Cosmo Perry. My pronouns are he, they, she, anything. I go by all. I am a cartoonist. I draw cartoon animals all the time. I'm a character designer, and I like to draw stuff. I'm a fan of many things. Columbo, Seinfeld, Neopets, Mario, freaking everything. Back to the Future. I love drawing things as animals.
Fair enough. I mean, it's incredible as we've already established before. Roy, I believe you're next.
Hi, yo, everyone. My name is Roya. I go by they, she pronouns. I am a story artist, animator, artist. Sometimes I stream. I am me. I don't know.
I am so sorry.
What?
Perfect. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, who's next?
I don't know.
1 second.
Can't read. Hold on.
I believe next is Tay.
Is that everybody?
No, it's Tay.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
really.
don't know who that is. Hi, I'm Tay Draws. I go by she, he, they, all of it. I'm a huge mess, and I work on everything. That was my tag last time. I do everything. If you saw it, I probably made it.
There you go.
I draw, I voice act, I create a bunch of characters, and yeah.
That's awesome.
I make a lot.
All right, and last but not least, Drags.
Howdy, I'm Draggz, also known by AJ. I go by he, him pronouns. I am a digital character artist, but I am a very slow artist, unfortunately. Because everyone else is like done, and I'm just working on Robin.
Hey, you know what? Just because it's slow doesn't mean it's not good. That is certainly not the case. Do not rush yourself.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to feel this canvas real quick. Holy shit.
No joke.
Two.
Anyways, and I'm your host, Nathan Ragland. You can call me Post. I go by he, him. I am the host of the Postmodern Art Podcast, the podcast dedicated to giving artists who are wilding the world over the platform they deserve. And as you can probably guess from the title or whatnot, we are celebrating 100 episodes today. I decided to bring as many guests as I could possible into a little draw pile and just have us talk shop more than anything else. I wanted kind of to celebrate the episode, celebrate the guests that took the time to be here both the first time and today.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, who filled everything? Jesus.
That was hard to say. My bad. Sorry.
That's all right.
There we go.
Get the shit out of me.
When the teacher turns off the lights in class.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
I'm a reaction.
Jesus, that was wonderful. But yeah, I wanted to get as many people as I could in here. I wanted to celebrate you guys more than anything else. I wanted to thank each and every single one of you for taking the time to be here both the first time and for this little fun little draw pile thing. I want to start off by asking more or less your guys' like at least getting familiar with like the podcast in the first place, because I can only imagine that for a bunch of you guys. I don't know when you were familiar with the podcast beforehand or whatnot, because obviously it's still fairly small. I don't blame you, but like I randomly asked you guys, each and every single one of you, hey, do you want to hop on the podcast? So I wanted to, just out of curiosity and very self-indulgent more than anything else, what was your guys' more or less like first thought whenever I initially asked you guys to hop on the podcast? Whoever wants to go first.
Terrified. I was fucking terrified.
All right.
No, I mean, I was so excited. I'm like, oh yeah, yes, it's gonna be fun. I never done something. I never had done something like that before. I'm like, I really cannot wait for this. So I was like waiting, like excited for like months. Like,
In my case, I definitely was like, oh, no,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No, it's all fine. It's fine.
I interrupted you. You go first.
Okay. I definitely was intrigued at first, being like, somebody like came to me for like a interview. I don't feel like I've done anything warrant for it, but okay. And then I looked at your like lineup. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I recognize some of these people. What the heck? How did you get these people? All right, I'm gonna hop on in.
yeah, I was excited, man. This is such a cool opportunity. Like, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how fun it was having to be on it. You know.
Oh, I know. I certainly had a blast, especially with you, Cosmo. It wasn't just the fact that like I was excited to have you on or whatnot, but it was also like
No, it's okay. You have favorites. It's all right.
I was gonna say it's not just like, trust me, with each and every single one of you, I was excited for everyone. If I wasn't excited, I wouldn't have asked you guys on in the first place. Like, what I was saying is it wasn't just me. It was whenever I told Tipsy, my producer, or whatnot, like, hey, I'm getting Cosmo on or whatnot. You gotta let me on that podcast. Like, it's just let me in. Like, I was surprised by that one, but like again, with each and every single one of you guys, like, obviously, if I wasn't excited for each and every single one of you guys, I wouldn't have asked y'all to be on the podcast. I mean, you guys all, as evident by the draw pile starting off right now, you guys are all do incredible art, for goodness sake.
Ah, shucks.
I do have mine. I saw you a while before you asked. I was like, man, I'm never gonna get on a podcast. Don't even think about it. It's like, you small little animator who makes a bunch of fandom stuff. You're not getting on there. And I wanted to, because I had a thumbnail planned for a while, but I was like, I wasn't big enough at the time. Because it was when the Mayhem thing was going on. That was when I first saw a post on this podcast. Because I saw you in there like, hey, you want to do like a podcast thing? I was like, yeah, I would never be asked. And then when I mentioned it to you, and I was like, oh yeah, I like your podcast.
Oh yeah, it was during like a live stream or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, I've seen your podcast, and I wasn't gonna ask because I didn't want to be rude. I was like, I didn't mention that, and I think we ended up talking about it, and I was like, I mean, it would be cool to be on it, and you were like, you wanna? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So there I was. I was a little nervous, but I got right into it. It's fun. I had a lot of fun on it. It was a really good night. Genuinely, very fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad you had a fun time with it more than anything else.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, anyone else want to share their like thoughts going into their episode or what they were thinking when I first asked them? Go on.
I have some thoughts.
Go on.
So.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I'm laughing at nothing. So when well, first of all, it was my boyfriend who was on first. Gamerduck was on, and he was like, "Oh, I just did this podcast," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I want to do that," and I was like praying and manifesting that Gabe's like popularity, being, the Ina man and whatever, would reach over to me. And then you did. And I was like, yes. And the thing is, someone had like done like a podcast before with me, kind of, but it never released, so that bummed me out. But I was like, all right, this is like good stuff. They never fucking released it. They released everybody fucking else's but mine. It was racially motivated. I swear. I don't know what it was, but they never released mine. I don't know what the fuck happened, but oh, maybe I shouldn't be cursing.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. Go for it.
Yeah.
I swear I'm being real.
So like they released everyone else, and I was like, okay, this is the chance. This is my chance to get on air. And then finally the day came. I was really scared and nervous. I was like trying to get my hair right because I had like I didn't have no setup in my crusty ass camera. I was like, oh shit, no, this is about to be really fucking awful because I look like shit and whatever. I get on there, and it was an awful experience. This guy fucking sucks. Don't ever, it was.
Oh, no.
You know what? That's fair. That's
it was
valid.
great.
Oh, stop!
No. Is this a joke, everyone? Please.
No, I know it's a joke.
Okay.
No, don't worry.
um,
Yeah.
Just coming automatic.
It was
defense, I'm
amazing.
sorry.
I had such an amazing time. I watched it like 5 times. I was so happy.
Really? Wow, I didn't know about that part.
I'm obsessed with myself a little, you know? Just a little bit of narcissism. I've never hurt anyone.
I mean, fair.
Like,
I didn't realize how much it meant to you more than anything else. Like that, I didn't realize that.
I loved it. I was so happy. I feel like a dork.
Look, you're in a server with a bunch of artists. I think dork is like par for the course more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Contract
yeah.
being an artist.
The contract.
The contract. I didn't sign no contract. What the?
Sign nothing.
You contracted with your soul.
It's a social contract.
Also, I want my soul back.
Too bad.
Give it
That's so
back.
sad.
I signed nothing, sir. I want it back.
Then why do I have this signature that says, yes, you can take my soul, Tay?
Oh, really? Where'd you get that post?
Internet.
Internet. Do you believe everything the internet gives you?
Yes.
Yes,
Do you have any idea how many Tays there are?
Yeah,
There's millions of them.
But it's the Tay with a little pencil at the end of it, like you do for your signature.
Oh, anyone could replicate it. Let's not lie to ourselves here.
No one's good at it unlike you. It's great.
Oh.
Did I say that right? Unlike you.
I
No
think
one's good
so.
at it unlike you. Yes?
Oh,
No. Maybe?
I just draw a pencil. I don't know. That's
Pencil.
my thing. My little
I'm so
signature is a
fucking
pencil.
delirious.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask this with each of you guys. Like again,
Hmm?
I am I will be 100% blunt, honest, and this is also kind of self-deprecating, but understand it's kind of a joke. I am nothing. So what
That's okay.
what convinced you
I'm gonna
guys?
kick you.
What
What the hell?
what?
Come again?
Whoa! Let me ask my question.
We will
What
all come at your defense immediately.
what part of it's a joke? Self-deprecating. It was part of the thing. Anyways,
No, I do it too.
no, but like, what exactly convinced you guys to just be like, you know what, this guy is asking me to hop on their podcast. I'll take a chance on him more than anything else. Because like, I have asked a ton of other people, and like, I either get just a solid no or just like no response. So like, what was different about you guys being like, this seems like a cool opportunity. Let's do it.
Oh, someone new hopped in.
Oh,
Hello?
Ash!
Hello.
It's Ash!
hey Ash! Wow, surprise! You made it.
Hey, Ash.
It's one of my bosses! I'm kidding, she's my friend. Ash!
I would like to hi. I would like to consider both, but yeah.
You're my boss.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Hello.
Hello.
Kind of.
Hi.
Hi. How are you guys?
We're doing
Good,
well.
how
How
are you?
about yourself?
I'm in the middle of my break at work, I just got done watching a little bit of Tough Scene stream for a bit.
I was on that secretly, don't tell them.
I know. I watched for a bit, and I had a couple of calls come in, so I had to stop. But yeah, I figured to check in here. What's going on here?
Well, we're doing a little drop out. We're wondering about everyone's experience with the podcast more than anything else.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
So if you would like,
Good.
so I'll ask you what I asked the other people real quickly. It's one of those. What convinced you more than anything else to be like? Whenever I asked you to be on the podcast, what convinced you to just be like, you know what? Let's give this guy a chance. Hop on the podcast. What made you want to hop on the podcast?
It was more so just like a thing, like not just for myself, like to get my projects with it, but I felt like it was like more so of an honor of like, oh my god, somebody sees like potential and with my stuff, and they want to not praise, what's the right word, like words here,
Support.
like share about it with people.
Thank you.
That's no, but it's just it's also a new experience, and new experiences generally hopefully create more positive than negative. So It's just something I wanted to try, and I was very happy and, like I said, honored to be on there because I've heard your name before I got to actually meet you, and when I saw that you followed my Twitter page, I'm like, oh.
I'll say you can partially thank Tay for that one because Tay, I think, was one of the people that introduced me to you.
I recommended you. It was me. Give my purgatory friend some credit. We're making a pilot. Help.
Yes, it is a very struggling process right now because I'm trying to balance job, and also we had to get. I am currently trying to get some cast replacement because, my God, nothing bad, just like notes that we went over, and things are just not working. So like, nothing bad, but and then excuse me, cheese, and as well as just like getting storyboards started, it's kind of rough because I'm trying to pay like out of my pocket. Like I literally pay out of pocket for literally everything and everyone, and it's being at my new job, it's kind of tough right now, so it's hard to pay people, but trying.
Soon we'll be opening a fund of some kind.
I might. Yes, well, I might not tomorrow because tomorrow I have stuff, but Monday
tomorrow eventually.
Well, but like I have to go over just basic crap that needs done because I know there's some things that need to get done. So I'll do that Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but there you go. Does anyone else want to add their little story about what convinced them to hop on the podcast?
It was kind of like similar, like my thoughts too. Like, so yeah, when you first, I saw your message from Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. And I was immediately like, oh, heck yeah, I'm totally want to do this just because it's something new, something that I've never experienced being on a podcast before. It was something new and something really cool that I felt was like they said before, an honor. Like I really felt it was an honor to be asked to be on it. So I really looked forward to it. It's just, pretty much. Just because it was a really new, fun experience that I just knew it would be really cool to just give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with a lot of you guys. I'm surprised, most of you have not been asked to be on a podcast before. That's the thing that surprises me sometimes. Whenever I get depending on what guest it is or whatnot, and I ask them oh, you ever been on a podcast before? Like, no, this is the first one. I'm like, really? Your art is fucking incredible. How have no one's been asking you shit?
Yeah,
nobody asked him.
No.
We gotta make them answer. Hey, why didn't you invite me to the podcast?
Yeah, there you go. Anyone else want to add their story of what convinced them?
I had kind of a selfish reason, but it's because I was feeling fishy because my podcast originally never got released, and I was just like, man, I really enjoyed talking about all my art and stuff, being narcissistic and talking about myself. Yes, I loved it. And I was really bummed out that I didn't get to, I didn't get that experience. And then you came along, you were like, yes, hello. Like a fucking angel fell down from heaven.
Yeah, it was meant to be. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it was really fun, and it's been so long, and I have so much to share, so many cool new updates about all the projects that I've been talking about, my presidential campaign. Yes.
I forgot about that because that was something that we incorporated in the thumbnail.
Yeah. But it was. I really wanted to do it, and it solidified it for me because you got my boyfriend on. I was just like, yeah, this guy's legit. He's Max. So I wanted to go. It's fun. It is fun.
Well, good. I'm glad I was able to provide that fun for you.
Yeah.
With mine, it was, as I said, it was something I really did want to do after a long time because I have 6, 7, 8 projects I want to make.
Yeah.
And to get the chance to sit down and just talk about it was really nice. It was kind of in a weird way, it was a dream come true because it was oh yeah, finally I get to say something. Somebody actually wants to hear it.
No, I feel that. I love getting to talk about projects.
Yeah, because like it's sometimes it's hard to introduce your stuff, especially when you're an introvert and you're like a bit of a homebody, and that's the problem. It's like I don't normally get to talk a lot about the things I love and what I do. I normally just let the work speak for itself.
Yeah.
But it was nice to be able to sit down and talk about it, and I feel like honestly, me and Post became pretty good friends after it.
I'd like to
so
hope
I made
so.
a friend in a way. Yeah, I consider you my friend, dude.
Good.
Likewise.
Likewise, yeah.
I was gonna say,
We're
like,
all your friends.
I was gonna say, like, even if it was only just for that conversation for the longest time before now or whatnot, with each and every one of you guys, I want to let you know after that conversation, I consider everyone that I have had a conversation with a friend. All right, because because
so I am invited to your funeral.
yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah, we need something. We need something to class it up.
Oh, we're going there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, it's like, because more than anything else, like, with each and every single one of the conversation, for each of you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, you guys spent at least an hour or so of your time basically opening yourselves up to random little old me for it to be broadcast for whoever many people want to watch it more than anything else. Like, you got personal, maybe not as personal as you may have, could have or whatnot, but you still got fairly personal with me, and that's something that I know is not easy for everyone to express. People they like, it takes a amount of trust that I certainly felt with each and every single one of you guys to let me into your life even for a little bit, to talk about stuff that is personal for you in one aspect or another, whether it's good personal or bad personal. And I appreciate that, and I respect each and every single one of you for taking the time to do that on top of the time you guys are already doing, creating the incredible art that you're doing.
Yeah.
Aw,
It's amazing.
yeah.
I was gonna say, is there anyone else that want?
Let me on.
Yeah, there you go. Anyone else want to add their convincing story? I guess would be the question.
Convincing, like it's fake. How
Convincing
dare you.
story. I didn't get to share how, like, after we did our episode, I mentioned it offhandedly with my family, and we were like, "Give us the episode when it releases. We want to share it to everybody in the family."
Yeah.
Same. That's how it was.
Like, literally, I was embarrassed to be like, I don't want to be in the same room as them when they watch it because it's embarrassing. But
Hearing
it was
yourself talk.
yeah. But it was still like enough that like they were like saying like, we're so proud of you for being able to like show like be in a podcast like this, because you like given like both of my parents are like artists as well, so they know, and it's like it's fun.
I was so excited for my parents to hear it too. Like, they're so supportive. I love them so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can agree. It's really nice, like, because because my dad, he used to be a comic artist for a while and did his own stuff. And it kind of just sort of faded away after, like, he had me and all my other siblings, But, like, I told him about it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be on a podcast. He was like, you better send me the link to it. This is your first debut. I'm marking it now. So... It's really nice to see that. And, like, he was like that. He after a podcast came out, I sent it him next day. He was like, "You did a really good job. I'm really proud of you, and that really went super well. And the thumbnail looks really good." I was like,
"Yay!"
Oh
my God! Speaking of the thumbnail, I can't believe that you, of all people, decide to come to me over my thumbnail, being like, "Hey, I really like the shirt that you did, like, on my character. Should we make it real one?"
Yes. Look, like, okay, first off, you did not have to go as hard as you did with creating a little, like, basically retro 90s design of the logo. You could have just found, like, a PNG of the podcast logo and slapped it on the shirt. But you went out of your way.
What's the fun in that?
And then, like, I had it, like, stewing in my head for a little bit, and I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I want to actually wear this shirt. This is a shirt I legitimately want in real life. That's why I had to just, like, commission you to make it reality, which you can get right now at the merch shop, pmap.creator-spring.com.
Buy the merchandise.
Yeah.
Buy my book.
I am in crippling debt.
You say that jokingly, but with how much I've paid you guys for the thumbnails.
Bro, remember I had it done in like an hour?
That's the part that scared me. We didn't even have the interview like started yet, and you already had the thumbnail ready. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm very fast.
That's so bad.
I feel that.
I didn't draw my thumbnail. I forget why, but like it was something was going on and I couldn't do it. And I asked one of my friends to do it. But...
Yeah, they did a great job with it. What was it? Boniri, I think is how you pronounce it. Borny.
Borny.
Edward will be hopping in shortly, by the way.
Wonderful. I was wondering when we were going to get him. He was...
Oh my god.
Well, I shade tech.
Well,
child.
since we kind of talked a little bit about it, Roya, with how your experience was with the episode, one of the questions I did want to ask you guys is, how did you guys think of the like interview itself? Like, because I have my perception of how the interview went, and with just about each and every single one of you guys, I enjoyed it to the max. I know with some of us, it was like, you know, there was issues here and there and whatnot, but it was still a fun experience nevertheless. Yeah. But like, how did you guys enjoy the interviews yourselves? Whoever wants to hop on first and talk about it.
I mean, I could go first.
Go for it.
I remember I was like, oh, it'll just be like a basic interview. That's what I originally thought it'd be. And then you were like, I have a lot of questions. And then like some of them were like actually thought out. And I was like, holy shit. What? The Didi Suka one threw me off. I was like, oh my god, they know. I was like freaking out, like he knows.
I do my research.
I know. Yes. So I was like, how do I answer this? What do I do?
No, I feel that. I was like, a lot of the. I mean, I really like enjoyed how it came out. It was so much fun. I wanted to make sure that I guess answered every question like with everything I had in mind, and forget anything. And that's where we had to split it up in two. You remember that post?
Yeah, I remember that.
We had literally just do 2 different sessions because I wanted to add so many more things. But regardless, it was he really did a really good job with, you know, everything about it.
For my experience, at least, again, this was like the first thing I never done anything like it before, so it was a whole new thing for me. But it was fun. We can have fun, little. I at times like felt bad because there'd be moments where like I'm really trying to think of like how am I gonna answer this, and I'm just going, well, big pauses of just like I need to be faster. This is not good. But overall, it was really fun. I was glad I was able to talk about stuff, and it sounded really good, and nothing went wrong. So thank God. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyone else want to add that?
Drawing. What do you think?
Oh, I love it. Of course, I love it.
Like a little dumpster dude.
I'll say,
the hugs.
Anyone else want to add their experience on the podcast? What did y'all think of your guys' interviews?
Wish I changed something.
No, you're good.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous, and I feel like I was like, in a way, a little bit more emotional than I should have been. Like, especially since like I didn't really like. I felt like I put a little bit too much of my heart out there, and I was like, this is my first time meeting him and talking to him. Like, maybe I'm being like a little bit too much, but apparently not.
Oh no, I thought it was perfectly fine more than anything else. I don't know if you remember this. I'm still upset with myself that I mispronounced your name at that one point. That was like something that.
Wait, I don't remember this. How did you pronounce my name?
Because your name is Roya Shahidi. I remember like it was the dream question or what. I was like, what would be the dream Roya Shahadi or something like that? Like I mispronounced your last name, and we just busted out laughing, and you're just like, you better keep this in.
I remember. Yeah. Like I was, yeah. Now that I remember it was like you were so like adamant, and then I was like, you mispronounce, and you were like, fuck, and then we were just like laughing our asses off, and it was like so like good, and I'm glad that was kept in. Mainly because, like, personally, like, it's funny whenever, like, they mispronounce my name like that, because there's no extra A in my name, in my last name.
And I remember the thing that kills me is, like, at the beginning of every single episode, if I feel like I'm gonna be struggling with your guys' names, I ask you guys beforehand, and I still find a way to butcher that shit up.
At least you're not one of those idiots who like didn't know how to pronounce Tay, because I've had people come in and call me Tai, and I was like, what? I looked at them with just like this face of just Tai. My name is Tay.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Oh yes, I love.
No.
Oh yes, I love Takis. They're delicious.
Yeah, I love Tai draws. They make the best fanfic.
I'm gonna change your nickname now, Tay. It's gonna be Talkie Tay now.
If you ever call me that, I'ma throw you. Do not call me Talkie Tay.
Hey, you cannot throw across.
I can throw you.
Jesus.
Anyone? This is a threat.
Anyone else want to add their podcast experience?
The silence was deafening.
I can tell.
It's okay.
I mean, you know, that's fair. I mean, even then, like, freaking, I could go on with each and every single one of you guys, just remembering just like our interviews as well. Like, I'm thinking, for example, Draggz. I remember how nervous I think you were, at least like going into the interview more than anything else. Like, 'cause, again, like this is your, like a lot of people here, this is like your first time doing an interview, right?
More or less.
Basically-ish, yeah.
Oh wait, Draggz is muted. I just realized that.
Oh,
I was.
He's
My
come
bad.
back.
Yes, I was and still am.
Oh, was it still am? You don't need
Just
to be
being in
nervous.
this call is making me like, oh, are you ready for a panic attack when you're over? No, I'm not. It's too early.
Oh, I'm
Summer's
sorry.
mine.
I did not mean to put you in this situation.
It's my fault. I was like,
I'm
this is
sorry,
fun. For the most part, it is fun. But yeah, the fucking podcast. I think I texted you while I was drunk, and I was like, the podcast meant like so much to me because I was like at the lowest of my point, and I wanted to thank you so much about that. It was like,
Aww.
to be fair, he did ask for a drunken message because I like had a list of people that I was gonna text like honestly, and I get like really honest when I'm drunk.
Oh,
But
same.
yeah, the podcast meant a lot to me, and I'm still like kind of nervous about it because I know, as I said in the podcast, I'm going to look at it in the future and think, oh, that's so cringy, because I had no backstory or anything for Robin and Demetrius, and after the podcast, I'm like, I'm going to work on them a bit more, and I am, and I have been, and this month I'm going to be drawing them a lot, hopefully, for OTP October, so I'm going to be drawing a lot of ship art of them. But
Aww.
Part-time.
it's something. It was definitely something when I joined, and it's definitely something now, and it's like one of my biggest accomplishments thus far, and I'm really proud of it.
The biggest accomplishment so far.
So far.
So far.
Yeah. I mean, that was I was good because like especially with you, like you were part of the amateur April that I like to do because I want to shine a light on you guys can go through the episodes and you can see that there's like a wide range of artists when it comes to their quote unquote popularity more than anything else. Like there's some people with like huge followings and people with like small followings or whatnot. But like I still want to like, especially around April, given the emphasis on that. But like I still want to emphasize good art at the end of the day more than anything else, and with each and every single one of you, in one way or another, you guys are producing incredible art. That's why I just wanted to highlight more than anything else.
Thank you.
Aww.
Hey, buddy, could you look at what I'm sketching? Please post next.
I see. Jesus.
I'm still on the first sketch. What the fuck is happening?
Felt the need.
There's too many.
That was one of my
So
favorite
good.
scenes from that, definitely. And I'm just like, so what's your obsession with that? And I'm like, oh no.
I also
I haven't done anything with it in months.
I also remember whenever we were doing Jackbox a while back or whatnot, and you realized that Roya here was the one in charge of the Kirby Reanimated project.
Yes.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Hi again.
Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's interesting how, like, in my perspective of doing the Reanimated, it was just like a simple, like, my first time doing something akin to this, and I admittedly didn't expect it to be as popular as it got. At all.
Reasons I got back into the show. I wouldn't have had half the YouTube stuff I have if it weren't for that. Honestly.
Like, I'm still in shock with, like, how many people, like recognize it and, like, come up to being like, you did this? What the, huh? I'm like, yeah, I did. I'm just like, yeah, that's what happened.
And it wasn't even just like that. It's the fact that, like, not only did, like, you did that and Tay recognized it, you'll know how badly I bit my tongue and be like, Tay here actually did the if you heard the missing ally of, what was it, the DDD and Escargot ship or whatnot. And I just
Escargoon.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like,
there's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone has to start somewhere.
I don't know what to say when I normally don't say it as much anymore, but yeah, that was a project I did.
Amazing.
It was fun. It was an attempt.
I
want to review
yeah.
it though.
I'll say, look.
I think it needs better voices.
I'm available for voice acting.
And DDD. Can you be DDD?
I can certainly try. But no, so
we'll see what happens.
But okay, so but what I was gonna say is, like, you're talking about, like, your first project or whatnot. Like, I still remember some of the first, like, just creative ventures I've done or whatnot, and they're not too great. Like some of them I'm still really proud of. It's like the short films that I did for, like, college or whatnot, and I could easily link you guys that afterwards or whatnot. Like, I'm very proud of those short films. I also remember the first podcast that I did. Oddly enough, it was a wrestling podcast that me and a friend did called "What the Wrestling," because I'm a huge wrestling fan or whatnot, and we were trying to do, like, a weekly recap of, like, wrestling, but, like, try to condense it down to, like, an hour, which even back in, what was it, 2016, 2017 or whatnot, was a lot to cover for a week's worth in a short amount of time, more than anything else. But, like, I look back on that at sometimes and, like, did I enjoy the experience I had with my friend, getting to, like, grow and, like, do some cool stuff? Like, yeah, I enjoyed that. Do I cringe every time I watch a single episode because of what we talked about? Abso-fucking-lutely.
It's amazing.
But, we all gotta start somewhere, right?
Oh, agreed.
Jesus. By the way, I just gotta say, I'm looking at your guys' like drawings and sketches right now. Oh my god, I'm loving each and every single one of y'all's.
Thank you.
I love yours.
Thank
yours
you.
is like really artistic and moving. And
Oh, I know. It's really places a good statement more than anything else.
I'm looking respectfully.
I would like.
yeah, the raw emotions. Oh,
Looking respectfully.
I would like to hope that there's a lot of respect more than anything else, because it's very key and important to me more than anything.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I say as I zoom in on the dinky little 100.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Come on now.
It's our dinky little 100. It's great.
Dinky, yes.
Good.
But like, I want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh wait, no, damn it! I was
No,
gonna
go
say
for it.
something
Go
really
for it.
cinematic. I forgot it. I forgot.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember. Just
Move on. I got you.
Oh,
Well, if it comes to you, let us know. But I was gonna say real quickly, Kiba. I feel like if we just leave you alone a little bit longer, you're just gonna draw everyone in your comic at this point. I love what you got going on right now.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Sorry, I got too focused.
No. You don't need not.
You're
you do
really
not
good.
apologize.
You're fine.
My little teeny corner.
I haven't drawn Travis yet. I'm sad.
All right, I'll
I
ask.
haven't drawn the boy.
Not yet. No, so I'll ask this.
Oh, sorry.
What's going on?
Oh.
I keep
Why are you
wanting to
Goes
fill in
black.
this is why I'm coloring it manually on this, because if I use the bucket tool, it'll just fill up the entire canvas.
Me too, and then I'll get embarrassed.
Me three.
I do that all the time with this.
Nate, please look over here.
I thought I
I'm
added
looking-
a
I
little
see
goat
it.
girl because I know you liked goat girl.
Little fat little dude.
I do love Goat Girl, and I appreciate that. But also, yes, Drags. I see. I'm excited to see the finished product of that. Now, okay.
I am going to
It's
make
almost
this
there. It's almost
Wait,
done.
So I'm gonna ask this for you guys, whether it be from your own episode or maybe in another episode. Maybe you guys watch episodes of the podcast to prepare. I don't know how you guys got ready more than anything else. Do you guys have a particular moment that you guys enjoy from the podcast that you can think of on top of your head, whether it be again from your own or just another episode or something like that?
Oh, hey, Edward.
Edward has hopped in.
Has Ed finally
Hey.
joined us?
Yeah.
Hey, Ed. Silence is deafening.
Yeah, we don't hear you yet, Ed. I don't know if that's.
Oh my god.
He is
We don't
here.
hear.
I see him. I see him.
He's here, but we don't hear him.
Give it a minute.
All right,
Maybe
yes.
He's setting
yes.
up. Maybe his mic
The
is exploding. You don't know.
anticipation. It's killing me.
Oh, bye.
Okay, so he's died.
I'll just
What was
edit
that?
that
We're
out.
talking about my favorite moments.
Yes,
I think?
do you, whether it be from your own episode or another episode that you guys may have watched in
He
preparation.
is back.
Welcome back.
Is Ed back? Can we hear Ed this time?
Hello. Are you here, Ed?
Speak
Hello, Ed.
Speak to us.
Wait.
Why does everyone join when you're in the middle of a question?
Like in the middle
Such
of post
inconvenient
questions, I'm like,
timing. It's great.
Ba-ding.
oh no, I hid the layer. What the hell?
Where'd it go?
Put my layer back.
So using layers?
Oh,
Oh yeah, there's a
and,
layers thing.
and he's left again.
I didn't know that.
Oh wait, no, okay. I at least see him on the draw pile itself. I just don't. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
shit! Sorry. Sorry.
What, Ed? It's okay.
I'm gonna scream
I'm
every
just
time
messing
it happens.
around. Don't worry about me.
Every time.
Yes. No. No. I'm screaming whenever it happens because it's. Yeah.
I'm scared.
I mean, just it's okay.
And
don't
I'm
worry.
post.
Everything's
No, you're fine.
Here. I'm post.
Uh-huh.
All right, do we actually
Okay.
go for the question now?
Yes, let's try this, and if Ed joins halfway through, then we'll just keep going. But again, whether it be from your own episode or an episode that you guys may have watched at prep or something like this, or just another episode after the fact, is there a moment that you guys loved of the podcast?
Okay.
I loved when I made my debut because I'm amazing, and it infinitely raised the quality of the channel by 1,000 by adding me. Yes.
That is true. That is true. I also want to add one of my favorite moments is with your episode in particular was we were talking about I think something controversial, something like that, or I forget what exactly we were talking about. But I remember I did the FBI open up, and I just bashed my dinky little table.
Oh.
Scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
I commit to the
Well, that's
bit.
fine.
I commit to the bit.
He does. This is true.
You commit to the bit, and then your table collapses.
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta commit. What kind of
Gotta
show is
commit.
it if you don't commit?
To the bit.
Yeah.
He's breaking shit in his house. He's like, it's for the bit, it's for the bit. And oh, now your house is gone. How's that? What now?
It's funny.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's comedy.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Goodness.
I gotta think of a few. I mean, when we talked about Asylum, it was pretty funny before it released. And then
Yes.
people saw it and they were like, what the hell is that? It was pretty fun.
I don't want to risk it.
When we were talking about King Garbage as well, and you did a King Garbage impression, which was funny.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
Ed!
baby.
He's
Hey, Ed!
here, Ed!
Okay.
Woo!
Can we hear you now, Ed?
speak to.
No,
Oh,
he's dead!
That confirmed our answer.
Oh my god.
Whoever did that, fucking spot on.
that was me, Cosmo. That was me, Cosmo.
Amazing, Cosmo. That was so good.
Oh, wait. What happened? Why can't I? No. Hold on. Because now I can't see my
This
layers.
filled up so fast?
Yeah,
It
no
did.
joke.
I only got 2
I'm holding
doodles.
back.
It's
I'm
okay.
holding back so there's room. I could draw more, but I'm holding back
I
for
have a feeling
him.
we might need to do 2.
Oh no, absolutely.
I'm
If we-
just
Hold back
Hey,
for you and
Edward,
stay in my
welcome
little
back.
corner.
Okay.
Edward, speak to us, please.
After 6,000 years,
Yes!
I rise.
Yes.
I'm
Welcome,
sorry.
Edward.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Oh no,
It's
you
okay.
you do not need to
Welcome.
apologize. We're just glad you're here nevertheless. How you holding up, man?
Yeah.
I'm all good. No, I tried. It wouldn't work on desktop for some reason. My connection's fine.
That's
but it
weird.
Huh.
Working.
wasn't letting me in. So you were hearing me from my smartphone cellular device.
Well, technically we couldn't hear you, so yeah.
Yeah, we didn't hear you at all.
Yeah, I don't know what went on there. How are you all doing?
Doing
good.
well.
Good.
I'll ask you some of the previous questions I asked some of the others real quickly. Because what was I gonna say? Because we're talking about like moments or whatnot. But I have to ask, like, for you, I'm trying to remember. I think if I remember correctly, it was Maria or Tipsy. She was the one that asked you to hop on the podcast, if I remember correctly, right? Or am I thinking that wrong?
I think that's right. I think she did. Yes.
Okay. What was your like first thought whenever you were asked to be on the podcast?
I thought, okay, cool. Let's do this thing. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, well, Maria had mentioned it to me before. She said that obviously she knew you and she was going to be doing the podcast with you. So
That's right.
so yeah, I watched that and I thought, ooh, this is cool. And yeah, like I think a couple of months later, Maria said, "Hey, would you like to come on?" And I went, "Go on then." So yeah.
I mean,
I said that.
It was really good to have you on. How would you, what's the word I was looking for? Words, wonderful. How, in your head, how did you feel like the podcast went, or how did you feel like the interview went? Because I know, at least for me, again, I've said this with everyone in this call, I had a great time with everyone, and I remember I had a great time with you talking about some of your stuff and whatnot. So in your head, how was the experience for you on the podcast?
Well, personally, I think you could have not asked me about my bank details. And like, you were asking for my location and everything. Apart from that, it was all good.
Look,
to be dark.
I told Tay this, and I'll tell you this. I like to make sure I do my research very thoroughly. That's all I'm just trying to do.
Fair enough. Nah, I'm joking. No, I enjoyed. I think it was like the first time I've done something like this. So I was like, so when I freeze up, like I think if you look back on it, like I after every sentence I'm like, yeah, because I'm just struggling for words. I'm trying to get better at that, but yeah. So
I mean, even then, like especially with your interview, I thought it was fun. Again, to talk with you about some of the experiences you had, more whatnot, and the man words. I don't know why I am at the loss of words here. Not like your concepts. Like I remember because Puppet was just about to premiere whenever I had you on the podcast, and I remember like talking about that. That was incredible, hearing like the stuff going behind that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks before I actually posted it. Yeah. Wait, hang on.
Oh.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I'm so sorry. I've been up and about, whizzing about.
I mean, there wasn't really a question. I was just saying, like, I was just saying I enjoyed whenever you hopped on, because I remember, like, for you, like, you were, like, just hearing, like, your stories of, like, and such with everyone in here, but like especially with you, the stories that you had or whatnot, and like it was incredible knowing more. I'm just rambling at this point. I apologize.
Oh, no, it's
No,
okay.
you're fine.
Very
Okay.
nervous.
I am nervous.
It's okay.
Do you want help?
Basically, what I was saying with you, Edward, is again, I appreciate you taking the time. And again, I said this with everyone, but I appreciate you taking the time and like being able to talk about your stuff, talk about the projects, because Jesus Christ, like especially seeing how much more you've been able to produce or tease or whatnot since you've been on the podcast or whatnot. Oh, it is incredible. It's been incredible seeing what you've been able to do.
Oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot. Yeah, me and Wiley are working very hard, getting stuff done. I've almost finished boarding an intro sequence.
Ooh.
And Wiley's composing it, and I don't know. I don't think I've like shared any of like the. But it sounds fantastic so far.
I mean, especially with Wiley involved, I'd hope it
Can't
sounds
wait
fantastic.
to see it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and we've been brainstorming and everything. So I'm hoping somewhere down the line I'll be able to pitch it, maybe to somewhere. I am thinking, maybe, but we'll see. See how it goes.
Well, I'm certainly hoping for it. All right, now we can get back to the question I was asking before you hopped in.
What's the question?
And we've already had a couple of answers, but you can answer this if you want, or if anyone else has an answer, they can jump in real quickly. But is there a moment, whether it be from your own episode or another episode you may have watched, that you personally, that is like one of your favorite moments of the podcast so far?
I mean,
I loved when you misspelled Reggie's name.
Oh
That
my
was-
god,
that was fantastic.
mispronouncing RX.
Mispronounced it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm joking. I'm joking as well, but I'm also just gotta say, like, Jesus, I still, like, I tell that to a lot of guests as well. I was like, I want to make sure I don't butcher your name. I've accidentally done it before way too many times, and I feel horrible about it every single time. I hope he was at least, like, he seemed to be at least in good spirits about it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure he doesn't mind. I'm only teasing. It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a
Oh god.
Tay, you were gonna have an answer of a moment or whatnot?
I mean, I listed a few. It was the one where you tried to impersonate King Garbage, the one where you called me out on DD Supergood. It was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Asylum before Asylum's release, and I mean, there was a few other. I'm trying to remember. Obviously, when you invited Gloria and Ash.
Oh yeah,
I was very happy about it because those are two people that deserve it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I did like when Ash was telling the story of how I got hired to play Izzy, which is always one of my favorite stories because it's hilarious, and I love it.
Yeah,
It
was simply interesting. Yeah, my favorites, like if I'm talking about like at least like my own, like I think it was just like everything was wonderful. And I love all the little tidbits of like, especially because we were talking about Wiley, and I was like, if you haven't followed him, I don't know what you're doing. He's great. And they're like, oh yeah, that's the Looney Tune character, poking fun and everything else. But no, I honestly just love everything. No, it was such a wonderful process, and I was glad that I could really share my story and hopefully motivate other people and other small artists who want to do stuff, because that's like a big thing that brings me joy, is just motivating other people.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I liked it when Tipsy mentioned my name in her podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, what?
when in her own podcast she mentioned me only like for a second.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
But I'm joking. I'm joking. But I know for me, I think my favorite one. I have a lot of favorites, but I think Apostle was like my absolute favorite because I love pretty much with everyone's podcast, because I used to listen to it back when I was POS coordinator, and I would write down like hundreds and thousands of codes for produce. So I had nothing to do but listen.
Yeah.
So I would listen,
I'm doing that now.
Yeah, sorry.
That's my job.
I'm now full-time freelancer. Haha. But with Apostle, I love listening to people's passions, and with Apostle, it just really inspired me at the end of the day to like after I finish my produce order, run home and draw because I think I listened to them already like 10 times. So pretty much their podcast was my favorite, but I loved everyone else's. I love hearing people's projects, what they're passionate about, like hearing all that like pretty much brings me a bunch of passion, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta draw. I'm dead. I'm a dead artist. I need to go back. I need to revive. Frankenstein style. So that's personally my favorite.
No.
I get a little sentimental too. I got some words. I love watching and hearing and seeing all these artists on here, on this podcast, and just giving a chance. Oh my god, it gets so like it's so sad to see like all the time artists on Twitter or just in general artists in general complaining how like the algorithm always fucking people up and no one gets their stuff seen and give it a chance to have like the spotlight, especially like people who are just starting out. And oh my god, it's just nice. It's nice to see like people like you don't even know have like so much talent, and then there's like nothing for them. Just like it makes me sob a little, but like I love this podcast because it really does put a spotlight on people, especially like oh my god. It makes me think like all these like smaller artists, and you come up to them and you're like, hey, I want to bring you on to my podcast and I want you to just talk about yourself. I bet they're like shaking in their boots, gripping their seats, like so excited because they're like, oh my god, me, you know? And I love that. I love that. It gives people like
Definitely.
a sense of confidence, and I love that for you, and I love that for them. It's good. It's positive. We live for that. I love that, and thank you. That's good shit, bro.
Agree.
Yes.
You guys are gonna make me cry at
Correct.
this point.
Oh, good.
Emotional
me
episode.
Well, I mean, because like what you guys are talking about more than anything else, that was the main reason why I wanted to start this podcast. I know when I was first thinking about it more than anything else, it was around the time to where like a lot of, I know this is gonna sound not too different from what's going on nowadays, but a lot of shit was like going down on Twitter about like animation discourse and artists and people getting the spotlight or whatnot. And man, how the times have changed, huh? But
So much progression.
oh yeah.
Look how far we've come, eh?
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
when that was going down, and like I as someone that is constantly on Twitter, like seeing incredible art or what, I'm like, someone give these people a chance because there are people doing incredible stuff. That's why I wanted to start this in the first place. So knowing that it's getting through to you guys and you guys are able to see that lets me know I'm doing something right. So
Yay.
Good on
Yeah,
you, bro.
no, you're doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's really refreshing seeing this and just seeing like all these new artists getting the spotlight.
Yeah.
Not necessarily new. Like I know there are a lot of people on here that have been doing this for a while, but it's still great.
Yeah.
Like being
yeah.
like a podcast like this, giving them a spotlight, really. Like and I just think it's so weird how like art brings people together. Like I think it was so weird because I remember I did cleanup art for Has-Been Hotel, and I just remember there was like a production Discord, and I just remember just out of nowhere Kiba gets invited to the server, and I was like, hang on a minute, I've known this animator for a long, not known, but like I've known of this person for a long time. Where did this person come from? Hello.
Yeah.
And now we're all drawing in a draw pile, and it's just it's magical.
Yay.
Absolutely is.
Yeah,
You're gonna make me cry.
my childhood self wouldn't wouldn't believe like where I would be now, because I've been drawing. I've literally been drawing for like over 20 years of my life, and I've always just wanted like people that do what I like to draw like that, like just people that draw. Like I always wanted to be with like friends with people that did that, you know. It's always been my passion since I was a child. Like I've been drawing since I was at least 3, maybe younger, and it's just always been my passion. I haven't stopped drawing since, you know. And to be surrounded by a bunch of people that are my friends now, you guys, everybody, like everyone, like I just now my kid's self will be like, wow, you actually have amazing artist friends. Like it's just so cool to just be.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
So great.
Oh my god, I've been craving that a lot. Well, a lot recently. I've been craving like that connection between like artists and stuff. And I am like, don't get me wrong, I got some people, but like, man, I need a community. I need a pack to roll up with, you know?
Yeah. Like I mean, I guess my start of, the start of being in an art community for me was back on like the DeviantArt days. You know, I'm sure we all know. You know, so, I mean,
I know that all too well.
No.
That's how I know Roya. Actually, believe
it or not, we knew the Koopaling
and Mario Brothers fandom.
Yeah, because we used to draw like Koopalings and Mario fan art, and we discovered each other from there, and then the rest is history.
This is like 12 years ago. Like we knew each other that long ago, and we run into each other again on the podcast. It's just so freaking cool, you know?
It's amazing, yeah.
I love that, but yeah. So I mean, I haven't really been in the like art community online since, you know, when I first got a DeviantArt back in 2009. So like. This is it's been new to me, and I like, I'm just gonna post, you know, I just post things that I draw. But I never knew till 13 years later I'd be here, you know, hanging out with everyone. Like it's just so awesome. I love it.
I would say like you could have asked me 2 years ago if I was gonna be in a situation like this, and I think you're crazy. Okay.
I know. Amazing how this works.
I just wanted to add to what you were saying. Cosperry, like you were saying, I think because I joined DeviantArt, I think around about 2014, and I think actually, so while going back to what I was saying about Kiva, I think you were one of the first artists I follow on DeviantArt.
Yeah, 2014 was the year I posted that one Five Nights at Freddy's drawing that blew up that year.
I remember that.
A lot of people discovered me from that picture.
Yeah, honestly, I fell in love with your stuff back then, just going through and just seeing all these characters you were making.
Oh, I think, because I was like wondering, like, oh crap, did you come during my Frankenweenie Tim Burton phase that I had for like 3 years straight? Until I got bored, I'm like, I'm gonna draw my OCs. And then Five Nights at Freddy's came in, I'm like, oh hell yeah, and Hyperfixation
there you go.
Oh no, Actually, yes, I think I did accidentally. I accidentally came in on that. I was like, I think this was like around the time I decided I wanted to be an animator, and I was like going through YouTube, and I saw this like my top 10 favorite animators on YouTube, and it was a video by you. And then and I was like, that's. Huh? You what?
I missed that video. I think I had to put it on private because I had a controversial animator in there, and I didn't want to be part of the drama. So I'm like,
oh,
so it's gone now.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was looking at all your YouTube stuff, and you were making this FNAF music video with Tally Hall, and I was like, oof, FNAF, that's cool at the time. This is modern.
Yeah.
This is cool. And then
I'm actually really glad you liked that video, because I remember back then I wanted to make more because I had so much fun with them. But I had a friend who says, who wants to listen to positivity? Positivity doesn't give you views. Positivity is bad. Don't do those videos. So I stopped doing them because I got discouraged.
That sucks.
As someone,
I would have done more.
As someone that does a lot of positive content or whatnot, last time I checked with my viewership or whatnot, I think I'm doing fine. I think positivity gets enough views.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please remember that sometimes things just don't get views because like people don't bother to click it. Like that's just a weird thing about people. Because I got videos I spent like months, and they have nothing. And then I got some Stolas Blitz video I made for like a map, and it's got like over 2K, and I'm like, why? There's no reason for it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay,
YouTube is crazy.
Like for most of you guys in here, what like your guys' episodes, like I think they all performed fairly well. Like it's a good, like a good group of people come on in or whatnot and enjoy it. And then my fucking Dubus Goobus interview fucking blew the fuck up. like to put in perspective, like on average, you guys would get about 50 to 100 views, just fine, and that's fine. Not everyone is going to commit themselves to listen to an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I'm kidding.
I would if I could, but no, it's like no one's gonna commit themselves to that long of an episode. Meanwhile, the Dubus Goobus episode, I dropped that 26,000 views later. Like what the fuck?
I'm so happy I recommended him as well, because when he was working on Asylum with me, I was like, you gotta get him in.
I was like, is that who I think it is? Who could it be? Hey, Tipsy! Hello!
Hey, Tipsy!
Oh, Tipsy!
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hi, Tipsy.
All good things.
I was gonna say it's 100 episodes, and I'd be surprised if you didn't show up.
Oh, I just woke.
Also, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hello.
Oh.
Who left?
Get back in the chat.
Get back in the chat, Howard.
Anyway, I'm drawing.
Oh, Ash had
drawing
to dip.
trivias
Okay.
now. Oh no!
Devastated.
Yeah, fair
I know.
enough. So,
Oh no.
anyways, you're joining on some
Bye.
very good conversation, Tipsy. How are you holding up right now?
Oh, I lost my voice out of nowhere. The irony of that.
No.
Well, it's because you gave it all for that Killer Clowns cover that you did, which was absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
amazing.
Oh my god! Don't make me cry. I just woke up.
No!
And you get mad at me when I wake up late.
Oh, you don't get to talk. You don't get to fucking talk.
The lore.
You can't bully me. I woke up at 3 p.m.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You are so lucky. Oh, look, my voice is better, actually.
Oh, there you go.
are so lucky.
The power, the magic is her yelling at me.
The power of friendship.
The power of me attempting to go off on her. Oh my god.
All right. Tipsy, you're going to probably have a lot more to talk about because, in fact, that you've been helping me out so much when it comes to the conversation. I'll ask you the same questions I ask most of everyone in here. First of all, let's think back to whenever you first appeared on the podcast, or at least whenever I first asked you to hop on the podcast. What was your thought? How was your mind? Like, wow, words. Come on, come back to me. What was going through your head whenever what was going through your head whenever I asked you to hop on the podcast?
My first thoughts, if we're gonna be truly honest, like, what the hell is he asking me for?
Fair.
Do I even belong here? Oh my god, imposter syndrome coming.
No.
That is, but of course, like when I joined and stuff, I had a good time, and I was like, oh my god, I actually needed this.
And then you stayed for some reason. You regrettably stayed, and now your life is somehow worse because of it. No, I'm joking.
Hey, listen, I actually stayed because I wanted to stay. Your mistake was bringing me along.
You know what? Fair. That's a valid point.
Damn.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you were the one that, kicked off the merch run that, like first pieces of merch that I had on the podcast, which included the money bags I've seen how many times in this drawpile right now? At least 3 or 4. So I think you did something right.
Nice.
Yay.
So
I think I made my drawing too big.
All right, we were just asking. Well, we were getting super sentimental for a little bit there, but I'll go ahead and ask you because not only have you been had your own episode dedicated to you, but you've been on how many episodes? 4 or 5 after that or whatnot. Of all the moments, whether it be your own or other ones, do you have a particular favorite moment that for any part of the podcast that you can think of?
Oh, you're saying this in front of everyone in this chat?
Yeah.
You. Jeez.
It was my episode, wasn't it? That was yours. That was your favorite, wasn't it? My episode.
Yes, that's totally my favorite one. When I just quickly snuck in, I said hi, and then I left.
Wait, huh?
But let me see. Oh boy. I think my favorite one, if we're gonna be honest, was when I did that stupid banter with. Oh yes, I remember. I had a stupid banter with you during Cosmo's stream. No, not stream. Like the interview. And it was all. I think it was over the fact that you didn't see Killer Clowns from Outer Space, in spite of me telling you to watch the goddamn movie.
And then we watched it together.
Yes.
That was so fun.
And then we watched it together.
Oh, that was absolutely great. I certainly do not regret watching that film now. Thank you for finally forcing me to do it.
Thank you, Tipsy.
My pleasure. I like bringing people to that movie as much as they don't want to. Right, Kiba?
Huh? Sorry, starring my character. We streamed it. Don't get mad. I watched it.
Can I indulge you guys in some of my favorite moments of the podcast?
Yes, please.
Go for it. Yes.
I'd love to know.
Yes, go on.
Well, I'll start with one that doesn't involve anyone in here, or it kind of involves at least one person in here. One of the moments that will forever have me like laughing out loud was during Gabe's interview, GamerDuck. We were just talking about like he was talking about like other voice actors and how incredible that they were that he's worked on. He was stumbling on his words and they just out of nowhere is like I just died. I just died laughing.
You good, mate?
Hello? Someone else has entered. Wiley's here!
Oh, Wiley's
Hi,
here.
Wiley.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello, friends.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Don't give him the jacket.
Don't come
Oh
back.
no, don't come back. I didn't mean it.
Why?
Oh god.
Why'd you chase
Get him out of
away?
here. Get him out of here. Don't give him his
Doesn't he help you make
jacket.
your show?
It's obvious. It's because Ed is British. He has to be politely rude.
You just asked, is this
Yeah.
what you wanted in the chat?
Of course I
No. Tell him to come back immediately.
Tell him I said
No.
don't.
Come back, you ass.
Come back.
Baby, come back.
Ready?
We need Wiley.
Oh no, what have I done?
What have you done,
You've
Ed?
chased. No, oh God!
Oh,
McDonald.
McDonald's.
Anyways, oh no. Anyways,
anyway.
okay.
Anyways.
Let's see. So until Wiley decides to come back.
He's crying in the chat.
Oh no.
Kind of.
Jesus.
He'll be back. Don't worry about it.
I know. Jesus, come on, Wiley.
I'm gonna...
Oh
He's
my
just
god.
messing around. Classic
I
Wiley.
know. I know.
What was the top? What were we talking
Get him out of
about?
here.
Favorite moments?
Your favorite moments?
Anyway, so
Your
yeah, my
favorite moment was when
He's
Wiley
back!
left. Oh wait, Wiley's back.
Okay,
Hello.
Wiley's finally back.
Oh, Tipsy wants to
I
join
got
the
it.
drawing as
I
well.
got it. So, are you good, Wiley? You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just making sure.
What would make you think I'm not?
Are you done
I don't
crying?
know. Maybe on the SpongeBob crying meme.
Oh, it's just
Are you done
it's just an
being-
expression. All right, what are we playing?
We're not playing. We're drawing.
We're doing a draw pile.
We're
and
drawing.
I was describing some of my favorite moments before you hopped in.
Oh, okay.
And then you
Oh
certainly
God damn it! What was your favorite? What was your favorite moment? Spit it out.
Well, Jesus Christ, I was waiting for the Wiley discourse to dissipate before.
Well, spit it out. Spit it out.
Sorry.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Go on.
Down.
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
Same brain
I'm
cell
sorry.
post.
I'm sorry. We're going through 100 episodes, and I can't take some time to elaborate on some of my favorite moments of this little baby that I've pushed to this. Oh, okay, fine. Then we'll just move on. No, I'm joking.
You had long enough.
Push the baby down the hill.
Get to the point.
Okay,
We
so
gotta kick the baby.
Calm down.
Oh my God.
So anyways, as I was saying, Gabe just fumbling on his words. That was a hilarious moment, at least for me. Let's see. I'm trying to think of obviously Tipsy telling me to cry during her interview. That was wonderful. I will be 100% honest. One of my favorite episodes, at least to go back and listen to, is gonna be Dave Capdeville's. Like just basically because like after a certain point, it became less of an interview and just more just like a conversation. Like we were just talking about like random stuff, like I think like Duck Dynasty and Cartoon Network or something along the lines of that. Freaking, I'm trying to think. God, there's just so many.
It's okay. Just relax.
Thank you.
Favorites.
Thank you.
No problem.
Cosmo,
I'm here for you.
two parts when it comes to your episodes. One, whenever we named the cheese Guillermo. That was a great moment.
Guillermo!
Yes. Guillermo.
Our Lord and Savior.
Is our Lord
Our
and Savior.
Jesus
Guillermo.
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
But also the point at the end of the second recording where you did the little sketch of Nemo for Tipsy. That was a wonderful moment.
Aww.
That was one of my favorite moments as well, like seeing Tipsy's reaction to that. I really wanted to see her reaction, so I was really excited to give her the picture.
Dude, I was like, the entire time when I was watching that moment, during the interview, I was like peeking at your screen. Sometimes I see you drawing and talking, and I'm just like, one, great multitasker, and then two, I'm just like, what are they doing? And then when you held up the screen, you got me.
Someone else has hopped in as well.
Is it Gabe?
Oh my God.
Oh, Gabe is here.
Oh, hi, Gabe.
No way.
Hi, Gabe.
Holy shit, it's Gabe.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hello.
I'm surprised you joined
Hi.
in. Welcome on in.
Hi. Sorry for the
I
late
made him.
appearance.
Hey, you're perfectly fine.
She made me.
Glad you could ride.
I am.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just like really shy because like I am sick. And I got a raspy voice. And I don't want people to hear me. And something.
I was gonna say, if it makes you feel any better, we were just talking about you for a quick second there because I was talking about one of my favorite moments of the podcast being during your episode when you fumbled on your words for a second there.
That was the highlight.
That was one of my favorite moments, at least like one of the moments that I still think upon, just like I can't help but chuckle just because it was so spontaneous. Not the fact that you stumbled, but like what you said whenever you stumbled. Just the blah, 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 blah. I laugh thinking of that sound effect every time.
When yeah, you should put it as your ringtone actually.
Whenever I finally get around to doing the shorts channel, because that's the thing I want to do with this podcast to try to bring in more traffic, that's gonna be one of the first clips I'm going to do. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Man, you make me wanna purchase a megaphone and do it in front of people.
What? Okay, pipe down.
Get him.
Get him. Oh
Let's
my
see
God,
what other good moments. Freaking Tipsy, when Will was telling us the process of how he came up with most of the songs for the normal album. That story that he just said, I was flabbergasted more than anything else.
Wait, when he was like,
talking about his
What,
experience,
hire
like you know, going to Atlantic City to be in that atmosphere or whatnot, and you know, just to get the idea of like, you know, normality outside of the normal or whatnot, where things are accepted or whatnot, and then just, you know, taking a bunch of shrooms, going to his hotel room and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's fucking funny.
It was freaking insane. Like, there's so, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm just thinking of like moments off the top of my head, but like with every single episode, I love and cherish every single episode that I've been able to push out, guys, because honestly, if I was not happy with it, I wouldn't post it in the first place. And I genuinely mean this when I say it, like, you guys were incredible, each and every single one of you, for your episode. Like, I thank you for taking the time to be a part of it in the first place.
Thank you for having us on it.
Oh, you soft serpent.
Definitely. You were an amazing host, I will say.
You are an amazing.
Absolutely.
You're a really good interviewer. Because if it was anyone else, I would sit there in silence. I could not start a conversation by myself. It is always like the other person who has to say something. I would probably sit there and be like, so crazy weather, right? And you're like,
oh my god, I know the feeling.
Mood.
Which is weird, because it's like, if I'm not in like interview mode or whatnot, like, I'm horrible when it comes to conversation sometimes here or there or whatnot. Like, I struggle with that with you, but like, you know, at least when it comes to like the podcast or whatnot, like, I have a purpose more than anything else. Like, I have an intent. I have something that I'm trying to go for with it, and so that's why I kind of am able to drive the conversation. Anything past that is up to you guys. Whatever you guys are able to come up with, however you guys want to express your thoughts or whatnot, it's more on you guys than it is ever on me, more than anything else.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems
So
about
if I
right.
want to say some absolute nonsense that has nothing to do with anything,
Go for it.
like I did during my interview. That's fair game.
That's fair game.
Yeah.
I did want to say, like, another moment that just off the top of my head. Whenever I tried to do, what was it, the freaking, like, what was the dude's name? You were talking about a voice that you wanted to try and do, but you never had a chance to like really do it before. It was the country guy who sounds like, you know, he's always gonna be like, you know, enjoy me some biscuits or something like that. Like,
I'm sorry. Am I allowed to swear here?
Yeah, fuck it, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's
okay, cool.
been swearing
Let's
all
do
day.
it.
I've been on other people's channels. It's all different rules. But anyway, like, it was a character that me and a buddy came up with literally while we were playing Rocket League. It started off as it was this old, like, I think it was a Coors commercial, right? And at the end of that commercial, dude goes, "Coors, the banquet beer," and it just the most like masculine, like perfect beer commercial voice ever. But then we took that and just like cranked it up to cartoonishly stupid, and now every time he says a word that starts with the letter B, it's like it takes like the most effort. This dude's tired all the time. He's drunk. His name is Billy Bob Barley.
Billy Bob Barley. That's
and
right.
We just, for a long time, we would just quote, like, come up with things for him to say and things for him to do. He was so freaking.
Sorry.
My wife's name, Barbara.
You wanna know something? That's
beautiful babe.
Oh my god.
You wanna know something? I work at this barbecue restaurant, and like I once called their phone because I had a question, and that the hold line had a voice just like that, and it cracked me up. It was like barbecue. Make sure to check out our smoked meatloaf. And I was like,
literal Billy Bob Barley on the answering machine. Holy crap.
yeah, who would have thought?
Jesus.
No, like anytime we hear something that even slightly sounds like that, we're just like, dude, Billy Bob's on the machine, dude. We like tweet at each other, like message each other on Discord. It is so funny. Anyway. Yes, please tell me more about your favorite moments.
Well, actually, I want to ask for the people that just recently joined in, for that just hopped in the call later or whatnot. Do you guys have a particular moment, whether it be from your own episode or from an episode you may have watched later on, that you would consider your favorite?
Oh, gee. I like the episode I was in.
That was a good episode.
I enjoyed getting to see George's chameleon in his episode.
That is true.
Oh yes, my boys, my boys.
You have a chameleon?
I have a chameleon and a bearded dragon.
Does it
I
change
remember
color?
them. Boring.
Yeah, I have quite the zoo. I'm going to be moving into a new place with some friends. I'm hoping to get a few more.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, so wait,
Just
how
released.
many animals do you have?
I only have 2 right now, but I'm hoping to get a few, and I'm hoping to just sort of like just release them around the flat, and just let them, just let them get on with it. They can have whatever they want, sort of deal. It'll be great because when it gets hot and all the bugs come in, they'll just eat them.
Yeah, you should get a bunch of like geckos, like dozens of them, and then release them into your lawn, to, like torture the neighborhood.
Oh yes. Oh, I have a story. If you guys would like to hear. Speaking about speaking about releasing animals into the wild, you guys are gonna find this one interesting.
Oh
so,
boy!
You were talking about geckos. My cousin used to breed geckos, and like that was his thing. I don't know why he stopped, but he also kept exotic fish, and he went to this he went to this pet shop, which is also the pet shop I go to get like the food for my lizards. But this was like years ago, like before I even like. I think this was before I was born. I don't know, but basically the guy who owns it is a little bit unhinged, and like It's a bit alarming that he owns an exotic pet shop and just has access to all these poisonous creatures. But anyway, I digress. My cousin went in there to get some supplies, and the guy basically leaned over and said, "Hey, you want some crayfish?"
What?
And I'm like, "You want some crayfish?" And my cousin was like, "Oh yeah, okay." So he got 2 of them, and took them home, put them in the fish tank, and within 15 minutes they had killed and eaten all the other fish.
God!
Oh no!
Cut up all like the live vegetation, so like there was nowhere for anything to hide, and immediately started making babies. And within a few months, within a few months, he had a tank of about 40 crayfish, and he was like, right, I don't know what the hell to do with these. So he went to another pet shop, which was just closer by, I think, and said, "Hey, do you want to? Hey, I've got loads of crayfish. Do you want some?" And the guy behind the counter was like, "Where the hell did you get these? These are banned in like most countries. Where the hell did you get these things?" He's like, "Oh, the man in the shop gave them to me." And he's like, "Okay, I would suggest you're gonna need to kill these because you can't release them anywhere. Because if they get into the water supply, they will reshape the natural landscape of the country." And he was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, that's a fun story. So yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Does he release them or?
That is insane. More than anything else.
Yeah.
And I still go to this guy to get supplies just because it's convenient. Yeah, so I go to a deranged man's shop to get lizard food. So that's my life. Anyway, what were we talking about?
You were talking about how you release crayfish into the pond and destroy the world.
Destroy the.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be the
Well,
fucking
I actually haven't gotten around to doing it yet, but I'm.
Whoa.
One bad
Whoa.
I wanted to play
wait.
God.
Kiba, that wasn't me this time. I hope you know that.
That was me.
Golly. Good golly. Like, I can tell you that's.
Well, speaking of,
If you do that again, I'm going to have to release the crayfish.
Oh
well,
Right.
I fail to see how this is my problem.
I'll say, well,
And I
speaking
really
of,
That
thought you were
sounds
gonna-
like you're punishing yourself.
And I really thought you were gonna say. I thought you really were going to say like I didn't like that very much in the most.
That honestly
God.
might have been more effective if you'd said that. I've been like, okay, I'm sorry. Never again.
Yeah, I did that to Michael Kovac once, and I don't think he knew who I was at the time. He probably just thought a random man from another table came over to shame him. No, yeah. So the story behind that. So yeah, when Has Been Hotel was like just before it released, there was like a get together with all the artists, and we all went out for food, and I arrived late because I'd just gotten off an 11-hour flight, so I was exhausted. I sat down, I was eating my burrito, and Michael's on one of the tables doing really realistic baby noises, and he's crying like a baby, and I stood up and went over to him and I went, Michael, I don't like that, can you please stop? And the look of like genuine fear, because I don't think he didn't know who I was, but he just looked, and I was just exhausted, and I was like, Michael, please stop.
I would have started crying. Someone I don't know about.
Well, no,
Well, if he had started crying, it would have just exacerbated the problem.
yeah.
It turns into a realistic Michael Kovac crying noise instead of a baby one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my God.
if it's sci-fi, I would have released the crayfish.
Oh,
well, speaking of the
What a
inevitable
risk.
end of the world when it comes to crayfish or whatnot, I want to ask this for you guys. Obviously, again, we're here, episode 100. I mean, think of all the guests you guys included that's been a part of it. I wonder what you guys would think. What do you think will be in the future for the podcast? What would you guys like to see for the podcast in the future, if I may ask?
Me.
We're allowed to make recommendations.
Patrick Julius, yes.
Sorry, my bad. Folks.
Kiz dude. You gotta have Kiz dude on there.
Kiz dude.
You'd have Benny.
There's a bunch
Okay.
of artists that I would love for you to have on the show.
Well, I know you sent me personally a list, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I did.
Mine was a short list. You've already gotten a few. I was gonna say there's a few friends that I have that would be good. Bill will kill me.
I was gonna say,
Definitely Bill.
I know I got some from you. I got some from Ed, who I'm getting some of those people on as well. I've gotten some from Roya. People on the internet have suggested themselves sometimes, which, you know, varying degrees of success if I can be honest.
I cannot stress this
Fair
enough.
enough.
If Bill does get on the show, you let me draw the thumbnail. I will not take no for an answer.
I know.
I'm literally like, we have a joke. I'm literally like his like little sister. Like that's the joke. Like I have to. He has to be like I have to be the one who draws his goddamn thumbnail. That is the rules. Okay.
You should get, let's see, Uncle Al. He's really cool. He'd be
Oh,
really
yes,
fun.
yeah.
Uncle Al was awesome.
Uncle Al.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
who
my
I would,
goodness.
Really fun to talk to.
you know who I would love to have in the podcast, and I'm trying my best to find ways.
What would that be?
Becky, I'm probably gonna butcher her name, but Becky Sloan, the creator of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Ooh.
Oh, yes!
You,
Yes!
you let me fucking know how we can make that happen. I am more than happy to have them on.
Listen,
Absolutely.
Listen, I found her contact. I'm making this happen as much as I can.
Send that shit to
Can you
me.
drop your phone number in call right now?
I wouldn't recommend
Post. I have another one. Jacob Barons,
that. Okay.
the voice of Shrek on Monkey Wrench.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or the creator of Monkey Ranch. How
Him
about
who-
that?
yes!
Okay.
Yes.
I will say this right here. I have tried emailing them before, but they never got back to me. I'm going to keep trying.
No.
But I would absolutely love to have them on in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Elsie
That'd be cool.
Lovelock.
I think
And a-
Jacob
and a
might.
tattoo,
Oh,
yes,
Elsie
yes.
Lovelock.
And a Patsu.
That's a good one.
Do you guys know Chi-Chi?
Yes,
Chi-Chi.
absolutely.
Yes.
Do Chi-Chi.
Yes,
Yeah,
Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi would be like all for it. I know that for sure.
I can definitely keep them with the yes.
I was gonna say if any of the people that we are talking about is hearing this, you have an open invitation. Just get in touch with me.
Yeah.
You heard that, Bill.
All you have to do to get on is deposit $100 into.
No, you don't.
PayPal will be linked in the
We can
description
make it
below.
happen.
Yeah, the application
Don't do
form. You need the 3 digits on the back of your bank card.
The 3 wacky numbers
your
on the
mommy's
back of
credit
the
card.
card.
Yes, just insert the number of your social security number.
All you have to do
Yeah,
is
just
put
all that.
$100 into a Cracker Barrel gift card and send it to this address. Then you'll be able to
Send
make
it
it
to
on.
Brad's wife. Why don't you? Get it? Because that's a joke that all the middle-aged people like. Is it Brad's wife? I don't know.
Yeah,
Am I
I'm
right? I don't know.
I'm sorry to be a little off topic, but I don't know if this is just me, but like the fact that Gabe, your icon is a duck, and then Ed, yours is Duckula, and they're like next to each other. I'm just like they're communicating.
They're conspiring against us.
Right.
They're gonna release the
Look at them go.
I just
no, we
realized
have
this
to speak
whole
in our
time I
native
didn't have
tongue,
my
so
own
they don't
art.
freaking- they don't understand what
It's
we're
my
saying.
icon.
either.
I've been stuck with Big the cat. Nah.
Well,
I think,
guys.
I think this is a sign for everyone to change their icons into ducks.
Oh,
You ask
Jesus.
me.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm announcing this in this call right now. I am going to destroy you.
Not doing it. I would have.
Adrian Gray? Did I?
Adrian Gray.
I pressed the wrong button. Ah!
Adrian Gray from the hit Disney Channel show The Owl House. I'd love to have him on the podcast. Nathan, what do you think?
No.
Well, I was gonna say I do have at least something when it comes to the future that I do want to talk about super duper quickly when it comes to the podcast itself, because I have a few, I'd say like minor changes more than anything else. Don't worry, no one's getting canned. Don't worry, Tipsy, your job is secure. That's not what's happening.
What? Wait, what?
Well, firstly, actually, I will say, Tipsy, I haven't formally announced this, but I'm going to announce it here on this episode.
No, you didn't.
I'm announcing this. You are no longer a producer. You are the co-showrunner of the Postmodern Art Podcast because you
Congrats!
Yay.
That's a promotion right there, yo.
Hey, I got a new promotion. Thank you.
Another thing that I definitely want to change is the Patreon. It's for those who don't know. I have a Patreon. I only know this that you guys might not know about because there's only one person on my Patreon. It's my brother. Hey, Jacob. Hope you're doing well. So I figured at least starting out, I need to make things a little easier for people. So I'm turning down the prices when it comes to the podcast. Starting with this episode, the first tier will no longer be $5. It will be a single dollar. If you have a single dollar that you're willing to donate a month, your name will be viewed at the end of the video. You'll get a monthly shout out. You get access to cool behind the scenes content and episodes early or whatnot. I'm mainly doing this because, again, Jacob is my only patron, and I have been slacking on that Patreon so badly. I have not posted anything on there since February? March? So yeah, I need to do more with it. So if I make it cheaper and more people hop on, I will be more than motivated to do more. So the cheapest one will be at $1. The second tier will be going down from, I think, $15 to $5, and then the most expensive tier is going to be $25 a month, and you know, you can go through the perks or whatnot. So hopefully more people will be motivated to be a part of the Patreon and help support the podcast. One of the things that involves with that is I'm saying this not because it is solid yet, but I'm saying this because I want to make it happen at some point. At some point in the near future, I will be making a shorts channel for the podcast.
Yay!
I want to have... I'm saying this right now so that, if nothing else, you guys can hold me accountable for this shit, instead of me slacking on it forever. But, like, I want to...
I'll yell at you.
You'll yell at me. Good. Yell louder sometimes. Basically, like, I want to have that potentially bring in more people, because there's been so many, like, great moments with each and every single one of you guys with every single episode. I want people to see that. So if I make, like, the shorts channel, I feel like that'd be a good way for people to get, like, a taste before diving into the full episode. That seems to make the most sense, right? I'm not just talking out my ass, right?
No, that's a great idea.
Totally.
Love it.
Gamerduck.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Absolutely. And let's see, is there any more changes? Oh yeah. I would like to do more stuff with you guys. Part of the whole entire Patreon thing is doing bonus content or whatnot. And that's part of the reason why I invited you guys to be a part of the Discord server, the Artist Sanctuary, which you could be a part of, link in the description below. So I want to like push myself to actually interact with you guys a little bit more than just the one interview and then nothing else. So I want to do more draw piles like this, to where we just talk random stuff, like, you know, more gecko stories or something like that. I want to do I want to do Jackbox. I want to do like just games or whatnot, to where we can just, you know, have some fun. I want to do more with you guys, because the community that I felt like that we have been building since, you know, you guys are all incredible parts of it, hopefully. I want to keep it growing. I want to show people that it's an incredible community, and you guys being a part of that more than anything else, I want to emphasize that, because once again, I've said it a million times before with this recording or whatnot, without each and every single one of you guys, this podcast would not be here. It probably would have, if it was just me sitting in front of a microphone talking about random stuff or whatnot, it would have died before it even started more than anything else. You guys are you guys are more or less motivation for me to keep going, whether it's you guys or the audience that listen to this, because getting an opportunity to talk to incredible people and getting to share that love with so many incredible people in this community or whatnot, that's the thing that drives me, and I want to showcase more of that in one way or another. At the very least, when it comes to like the bonus content, I'm thinking of, at the very least, making it like a limited time exclusive on Patreon before posting it on the YouTube channel or something like that. But, you know, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
You mean?
Early access, that's what I mean. But yeah. But like, I want to do more with you guys. You guys are all incredible people, and you guys have been showing me all sorts of love and support for ages now. I want to let you guys know that I truly do appreciate from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, man.
That sounds like a fantastic.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. I love that.
I mean,
100% down.
Absolutely. And if I may go a little bit further with just spreading this love or whatnot, because we're getting what, close to 2 hours with this recording or whatnot, which wonderful job with you guys. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every single one of you, not just for being here today, but being a part of this podcast DNA from day one. Even if you had never heard of the podcast before I asked you guys, the fact that you guys were willing to take the time to be a part of this in one way or another, dedicating at least an hour of your time each and every single episode, being here, being a part of it, showcasing yourselves, having a good laugh, telling incredible stories, it has been a blessing for me to be able to love and endure every single one of it. And I feel genuinely lucky to not only know you guys, but consider you guys my friends. 2 years ago, when I first started this podcast, what we're doing right now would have been a fucking pipe dream, because I'm horrible when it comes to this social stuff more than anything else. But I have genuinely met some incredible people and become some close friends with some incredible people throughout this journey. And as we get to 100 episodes, the fact that you've been able to stay with me and help with growing this thing more and more to where it's becoming a true, genuine journey at the end of the day. It's a genuine blessing, and without you guys, I would not. I don't know where I'd be. I genuinely don't. So thank each and every single one of you guys
So sweet.
for helping out with this.
Thank you.
You deserve
Most
it.
of all. Most of all, thank
Happy
you.
to help.
Thank you.
Anytime, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for even like letting me even help you and stuff like that in the most genuine way. Because yeah, I didn't think you would bring me on to help you out and stuff, and it's been a roller coaster.
Oh, no joke.
Just trying to find a guest that would even say yes, and even going to some extent of trying to get like a guest that that would be impossible, but we managed to do it. But you know, overall, like, thank you for having me go through this like really crazy ride with you.
Oh, yeah, oh, 1 second, Tipsy, for you alone, let me just take a step back and like be genuinely genuine when I say this. This podcast would probably be a burning pile of garbage without you. Genuinely, like like every little bit that you help out, whether you realize it or not. Like, and this goes for everyone in here, but especially with Tipsy, because of the fact that how much you've helped with this podcast, you have truly made this thing something like a legitimately good thing more than anything else. The people you've been able to bring on, the thumbnails that you've been so gracious to help me to make for me, the conversations that you got to be a part of with some of the guests that are even in here right now. It would not be the same. I would not have as much love and devotion to this podcast without you being a part of it. Thank you for all that you've done, because you did not. Because genuinely, you did not have to. You did not have to do any of it. You didn't have to help me out in the first place. You could have just done the one thumbnail that I asked you to do for episode 20, Hannah Daigle. You could have done that one thumbnail and then just gone on with your life. But no, you've helped out infinitely more since then, and I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, cannot thank you enough for everything that you do.
Oh, gee.
Oh, jeez. I wasn't expecting this type of thing. No, well, first of all, thank you for bringing me on. 1,000 times thank you. Thank you for everyone who said yes to me and came in for the interview. Y'all are amazing. And I don't know if you're doing this right now, Nat, but if you're not, go ahead and cry. It's okay to cry. It's not a sign of weakness.
There you go.
I'll cry when I feel like it. During my interview, I was this close.
Alright, fine. Go to your corner.
No, I ain't doing it yet. I gotta have a reason to make me.
Well, in that case, if I can also say to you, Tipsy,
No.
good, you cry.
No.
That's scary.
You cry.
You think I'm a weak bitch?
Whoa.
I can be a hypocrite in this. In my own
True. Also, post.
What's up?
Could you please, on the drawing, I just want you to look at the like the bottom left corner. Just
I've seen. I've been seeing you, Drew, messing around with that area all this time. Just adding stuff.
Get a load of this guy.
Oh yeah, and while we're talking about this, draw pile or whatnot, I do have one question for you guys. Seeing all the stuff that we've drawn along here, would you be cool if this was the thumbnail for the episode?
Please.
Oh,
Absolutely,
yes.
I was gonna tell you to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
How much do I have to PayPal for you guys for this commission? Jesus Christ.
Are you insane?
100 US each.
Yeah, 100 each.
$1 million.
No, it would be like 10 each, maybe 15. That's
How
way too much.
how about just more
One
opportunities?
single
in the-
cheese stick for me.
Fails an exposure.
Yeah.
How about
I'd
just?
rather more opportunities.
I was gonna say, how about just the genuine promise of more incredible opportunities in the future for each and every single one of you guys?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Hell yeah.
I'd have to think about it. I'm not so okay.
Sorry.
And
we're gonna draw them with fun.
It's not even done yet. They're still going. Like it's not even over.
Well, I see
I
Gabe
know.
Evan. I see Gabe Evan, his little smile at the top left. Careful with other people's.
It's over doesn't mean it's really over.
I said careful.
Yeah, careful.
Oh. Hey, Ed, come on.
It's a matter of time. Ed, be careful.
Careful,
Surprise
Edward.
wasn't
Careful,
me.
Edward. Careful, Edward. Okay.
A man next to the picture of Post. Thank you.
And if I can also take one more step back and talk to the audience that's hopefully watching this, and I know I assume it's probably some of you guys in this call as well, but for each of you guys that are watching this, that have been watching this for one reason or another, thank you guys for sticking with this chaos more than anything else. I've said it before, but like I don't know. Words evade me sometimes, especially when I'm thinking about just how much you guys, how much everyone in this entire venture like means to me. I've met so many incredible people throughout this community. I've met so many incredible artists, and I say it once and I say it again. I feel so lucky knowing each and every single one of you guys, both in here and in the community. Without, I feel honored to even be in the presence of you guys, let alone know that you guys are people that I consider dear friends. So thank you all for helping this podcast grow.
Yay!
Yay,
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
What'd you say,
Give
Gabe?
more
Sorry.
artists a place to talk about this stuff.
I was just saying I would love to be on again if given the opportunity. So Teehee.
Why not? Just
why
reach
not?
out to us. Yeah.
Get me on here. Get me on there.
We'll get you on at some point. I promise. I got a lot of people on here. Like with most of you guys in here, like trust me, not most of you guys, with all of you guys in here, I want you back on at some point, whether it be for the bonus stuff or just devoted to stuff. I want all of you guys. I want all of you guys to be involved because again, without you guys, where the fuck would I be?
Don't give yourself a lot of credit, Post. This is a very big job you're doing here.
Oh yeah.
Genuinely. I know that we were a part of it, but none of it would be what it is without you in it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
Like,
where
in a way, you're
to.
the
You know
glue
where.
that holds it together.
You know where to find me when you want to do more adult content.
No.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute.
To do Dimitri's Carnival.
Oh, that's right,
my.
Dimitri. I forgot about that. No, but Tay, thank you for those kind words. I appreciate it. I mean, I feel like
important.
It is important, but I also feel like if anyone took the time to put more than 2 seconds more into this than I probably have, anyone could probably do this. For all I know, they could probably do a better job. But let me say my thing.
No.
Let me say my thing, and then you guys can tell me to be kinder to myself. But
Okay.
that doesn't mean I will enjoy it any less. If anyone is out there taking the opportunity to show artists love and support, that's what I'm gonna champion more than anything else. If they do a better job, good on them. But for me, I'm still gonna do my thing. I'm still gonna push out weekly, unless I take breaks here and there, and I'm still gonna have a fun fucking time no matter what.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
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 Beautiful. Beautiful burp.
All right.
Beautiful words today.
Beautiful.
But
Yes.
can I just say, all of you are incredible. I'm just looking at the art y'all have made. Wowie zowie.
Yeah, you guys did a fantastic job.
Like Sunny, you did so
Throwing
good. Like I don't understand. Like, wait, Cosberry. Oh, Cosberry. I just realized who you are. Oh my god, I love your stuff.
Oh my god. Thank you.
I was like, wait a minute.
I'm over
Oh
here
my
making like Disney Renaissance era like artwork over here.
dude.
I just drew one little Moneybags guy up in the corner, like, yeah.
It's cute
And
though.
did something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and that's another thing.
I tried to copy their style. Oh my god.
I mean, it's really good. You did a really good job getting.
These are
replicating this.
fantastic.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing. I need more Moneybags
Money would
art in
walk.
general. I need more Moneybags art in general. So this is a
Okay.
call to all the artists out there. Make me some more Moneybags art. I also got to commission more people.
We
to
love
do it.
Moneybags around here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Again, I'm down when you need it, man. I like drawing the character.
Yeah, let me know.
just
I'll
saying.
drive.
Yeah, let me know
Let
as
me
well.
know.
Yeah, same here.
I say I know I got like I know I got like 20 different people I can go to be like, hey, I have some money here, make some money bags art.
My commissions are usually, if not always, open. So
No, I know,
just let
I
me know.
I know.
Whatever you need.
All right.
I mean, I am
I'd
currently
like to help a
during
lot.
the money bags round thing that you told me to do.
Yes, I see that.
I love the picture of Money
bags, everybody.
Which, by the way, I don't know if I've said this before, but like, especially Drags, the art that he did.
That's a train.
Hello, train. No, Drags, the art that you did for the Discord server, like just the little memes that you did here or there, whatnot. I fucking love those. I use the Moneybags heart or whatnot in like 20 different Discord servers all the time.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be more on the way. Trust me, I'm gonna make a crying one eventually.
I am scared.
And the thing I drew in like top right corner, I want to redraw that. The fucking crying with the drooly thing. The fucking one piece meme. One pass. What the?
One pass.
Bro, I want to watch the Grossology.
The one pass is
Hold on.
real.
The one pass.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay.
The One Piece is real.
Jesus. Okay.
What's it called?
We have been going at this for 2 hours. Does anyone have any final words before we sign off?
You're the best.
Oh.
Penis.
You're awesome.
Live, laugh, love.
Get money.
Yeah, get money's a good one.
Yes.
If you guys want to give me money,
Obviously, follow all the artists. Support them with your money. Support the Postmodern Art Podcast.
Everyone's
sure to like and
I'm gonna do the basics.
To make
Like
sure
and subscribe and watch my stuff.
And here's to 100 more episodes.
Yes, 100
episodes.
I was gonna say for all the episodes in here, not for all the episodes, for all the guests in here, so I don't have to put 20,000 links or whatnot for every guest that showed up. I'm putting their episode link in the description below, so you can go to that, watch their episode, and get all the links to all their stuff, so you can support them there. So there you go.
Yeah.
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 Yippee, Quickfield.
All I have to say is, well, we got 100 down. Fuck it, let's do way more than 100 more. How about that?
What do we do for 200?
Keep straight on rolling.
Yeah.
So with that,
Keep it going.
101.
Say that again, Ed.
I can't wait for episode 101.
No.
Will be.
No. Trust me. I got something big for 101. You.
Hey,
boy.
Back up a little bit, please.
Back up from the mic,
Sorry.
sir.
Well, don't worry. I'm about to end the episode, so that'll be the last time I'm.
What are you? Oh, that's smart. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
You've got the crayfish as a guest.
Still going.
It's gonna be the 101st episode is the crayfish. They became artists.
So you're banned in over 100 countries.
That's right.
What's the deal with that?
They're gonna be like, yeah, invading the ocean has been like really great, and it's really privileged. It's a big privilege.
I just imagine they just stack up on top of each other and just become one, like Voltron, and just start drawing.
Well, you could say
That'd be
that.
horrifying.
Well,
Someone needs to draw that.
Please.
You can draw that in your own
Says
time.
that being an outlaw is an art in and of itself.
I'll say, well, you can potentially do that. Hopefully, someone will be more than willing to do that after this episode. For now, all I have left to say is for the people at home, hasta luego, mi amigos.
What?
Bye-bye.
Tell me what's wrong, tell me sparks in motion. Sing me a song, tell me your eyes can't go open. Show me it all, pick me up in the car you drove when you used to call. Show me it all.
Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, I am very confused. we've got 99 other episodes you guys can go listen to first to get a little bit of context behind this one. But if this is your first episode, thank you. You know, it's wild for me to think that I made it to 100. Like I said, when I started this thing roughly over 2 years ago at this point. When I started this thing 2 years ago, I did not think I would get to this point, genuinely, to where I've been able to meet so many incredible people and become friends with so many people. I wanted to take some of this time to thank some of the people that weren't in this call. I mean, I literally have a list that I could go on for days just talking about people that have left a great impact on me. I'll try to keep it as limited as possible. Just note that, first and foremost, if you are not listed with the people that I call out, keep in mind I've got like 99 other people I could have called out. Every single person that has appeared on this podcast, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Without you, there would not be people listening. There would not be a podcast. Each and every single one of you taking the time to really go forth, taking the time to be a part of this weird little, I guess, experiment, or whatever you want to call this. Experience. That's probably the better word. I cannot do this without you. I want to just name a couple that I've become close friends with or were close friends beforehand, or people that just left a significant impact. Salvador Salcido. If it wasn't for the pilot, I wouldn't know if I was able to do this, despite how many times the recording like crashed over and over again. Thank you for being a part of that. Super D. I've said it a million times before, I'll say it again. If it wasn't for you agreeing to be on this podcast, I probably wouldn't have pushed forward to making something like this. Silva Hound, whenever you appeared on the podcast, me including the little intro bit before we actually got started or whatnot, that has been an integral part of the DNA of this podcast, and I still cherish our conversation that we had. Sam Higgins, My Emerald Tears, both of you, I love you both dearly. I cannot thank you guys enough for being a part of this whatsoever. You know, several guests that I've had on that, you know, I still cherish our conversation. You know, Jane Gumball, Lil Hypno, Magpie, Ace Smith, Southpaws, Christian Carrion, Chris Yim, Angelo Falls, Left at London, Tag the Otter, Beck, Will Wood, Sick Mutt, Trinicia Harbor, Cinema, Madam Bun Bun. I could go on. I could literally be going on when it comes to all the guests that I've had on this podcast or whatnot. I want to give a special shout out to Madam Bun Bun with her bust of me being an integral part of the visuals that you see. I want to thank Fasado. Jesus Christ, your intro is something that elevates this podcast to a whole different level. Purgatory Ram, you were one of the first people to show love and support for this podcast. Thank you for that. Jay Fawn, I see you. I see all that you do. I see the love and support that you give. I cannot thank you enough. Rocco, Sneb, Sasha, all the people in the VTuber community that show love and support. Bill, Fox, Adam, the people as part of the Yins community that show love and support. Everyone that shows love and support for this podcast in one way or another. Thank each and every single one of you. I could go on for a whole nother hour just thanking people for getting me to this point. You know, there are times to where I'll be honest with you guys, it's hard for me to really push forward sometimes when it comes to producing this stuff. It is hard for me to sit down and do bare minimum editing, but editing nevertheless an episode. It's hard for me to sit through an interview here and there sometimes. It feels like sometimes, I will be honest, that I am just pushing just to push stuff out. It feels like I am just pushing forward to get a conversation just so I can have one, so I can consistently push something out. But that's also probably me getting into my head more often than not. You guys are a true life force for this podcast. Not just the people I listed, but everyone that has shown love and support throughout. that list of people that I named, there are like 200 million people I could probably add on top of that list. Those are just a bunch of names that I wrote down more than anything else. I should have definitely gotten a lot more. Like K Bebop. I almost forgot about you. Did not. Stay awesome. But that's aside from the point. The point is, thank you. Thank each and every single one of you for what you do. Thank each and every single one of you for being a part of this community, one aspect for another. Thank each and every single one of you for taking that little bit to help this little venture, to help with what I'm doing. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's hard to push forward with some of this stuff as well. But I don't want to stop. I want to emphasize that more than anything else. I do not want to stop. As hard as it can be to push forward sometimes, I am having fun with this. I am having fun with you guys. I am feeling like I am part of a community in one aspect for another. And you guys truly help with that. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. I would probably be just going goddamn batshit insane without each and every single one of you. You guys make me feel like I belong somewhere. Even if it's something I'm creating for myself. Or even not. You know, some of the people that I talked about in that list or whatnot, you guys brought me into your community. You guys let me be a part of your guys' world. And I'm not a significant artist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just a guy out here that wants to talk to awesome artists because you guys are doing incredible stuff, but you guys make me feel at home. And once again, I cannot thank you guys for letting me do this. Especially letting me do this about 100 times now. And hey, you know, we still got more to do. We still got more artists out there that deserve that love and attention. We still have more incredible art pieces to promote. We still have some incredible conversations to have. And we still have so much love to give. So hey, we got 100 down. How many more do you think we can do, huh? Another 100? Can we get to 500? 1,000? 5,000? I don't know when this is going to stop. I genuinely don't. But no matter how far I go with this, no matter who I get to talk to or whatnot, I sincerely hope that you stick with me. You stay along my side and you let me showcase some incredible people because they deserve it more than anything else. Thank you guys. I love each and every single one of you. And let's keep going.